T. And I want to shout out VH1 Access. He requested I do a video on the whole situation that happened on Love and Hip Hop New York the other night. So if you guys were watching, I had DVR'd it. I didn't watch it live. I DVR'd every now and then. So the other night, basically, L'Oreal, she's the female rapper on the show, she was going to collaborate with Consequences. And he's been a ghostwriter for Kanye West. And he's also a rapper as well. And he had a line in the song that didn't rub L'Oreal the right way. And basically, he said the following. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all his lyric. So when L'Oreal heard that, she felt some type of way. You know, she was like, I'm not really feeling that. And it's like he couldn't understand why she wasn't feeling that, being that she's light-skinned, she's a red bone. You know, why do you care? I'm complimenting you. He had all these excuses for why he wanted to put that in the song. You know, and a lot of people are talking about this online. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It's sad that it's 2013 and we're still on this whole light-skin versus dark-skin situation. Now, I'm going to start by saying this. I respect L'Oreal. L'Oreal is a beautiful girl. I respect her for standing up and not getting gassed up behind the lyrics. You know, so many times you have females, especially lighter-skinned females, when they hear certain things, or guys putting them on pedestals saying that they're fine just because they're light-skinned or calling them red bones. Sometimes they get gassed up. They think that that's a compliment. But L'Oreal was like, nah, that's not cool. You know, I don't want to disrespect my darker-skinned sisters. I don't want to disrespect women of a darker shade. Like, this lyric, you know, it's not sitting well with me. So I really respect her for taking the stance, you know, and I think if more women took a stance and said, you know what, it's not cool to disrespect dark-skinned women and say that dark-skinned women are, you know, not as attractive, or putting light-skinned women on pedestals, I think a lot of it would be dead in the water. I just think the whole color thing, the whole colorism thing is just kind of ridiculous. And Consequence, I'm just, you know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about him. Like, to me, he's a walking contradiction. You know, first of all, he's a Muslim. There's a lot of Muslims in my family. My mother is Muslim. Yeah, I know that. And it's like he's married to a white woman. Okay, that's cool, whatever. But she's not Muslim. And then it's like most of their arguments stem behind her Christian faith. And I guess what confuses me is, you know, at some point in time, y'all been together for 5 years, were these conversations not had beforehand? Why are you crying because he doesn't want your baby to celebrate Christmas? Why are you crying about baking Christmas cookies when you're dating a Muslim and you agreed to raise your child Muslim? Why are you crying when you put on a hijab? Like, the girl is just confused to me. And I also think him and Jen the Pen are messy. I'm going to go ahead and play y'all this clip from The Breakfast Club where they busted out Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
I hear this man's every single conversation. I don't miss a beat of it. I know every single thing that has ever happened. And I could say on my son that he never did anything to Kanye for Kanye not to give a congratulations to him or to me.
Yeah, because actually, for that matter, the reason why I did flip was because since we're going to let it roll, like I said, we're going for half.
Because you know what? When he was sticking Kim, when Kim was with Reggie, you know whose secret that was? That was our secret. Oh, okay. When the rest of the world didn't know. No one blew up his spot. He had his back every night that man called. What do I do? What do I do about, about Kim? I need to be with her. I want to be with her. This, that, and the third. That secret was in my home.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Well, it worked out for him, I guess.
So Kanye was banging Kim when she was in Reggie. I was drumming him to the telly.
And he couldn't send a congratulations?
He couldn't send
a $300 gift, not even a listen, what was on my registry?
I didn't even want no bread.
What was on my registry wasn't that crazy. The highest gift was maybe $1,500. He couldn't send it?
Yo, Envy, that's like...
And y'all heard the clip. They're both messy. So basically what happened is after the show aired, everybody went in on him on Twitter. Folks were attacking him. Folks went off on him. And then he decided to send the following tweets excusing, you know, his behavior and, you know, basically saying it is what it is. So y'all just saw the tweets, and I, for one, I'm over the whole light skin, dark skin thing. I feel like if you're confident within yourself and you know that you're a beautiful woman, you carry yourself with respect, I'm to the point I could care less if somebody's not attracted to dark skin. I could care less if somebody wants to make a song and just big up light skin women. Them is their issues. You know what I'm saying? I don't go off of people's skin tones. I go off of people's features, off of people's attitudes, how they treat other people. If you're, you know, solely based on superficial things such as skin tones, you're not anybody I would even associate with anyways. You know, but I do want to say that I really respect L'Oreal for taking the high road and saying, you know what, this is not cool. I'm going to take a stance. I don't like the lyric. And, you know, and I've checked out some of L'Oreal's songs on YouTube, and I like L'Oreal. She seems like a really down-to-earth type chick, and, you know, I hope she makes it in the music business. You know, maybe she'll be the next Nicki Minaj. Who knows? You know, did I take offense to it? Not really. I'm just over it. It's like you hear it so much now with people finding any reason to disrespect dark-skinned women and say something about dark-skinned women. It's to the point now where, for me, personally, it goes in one ear and not the other. I could care less about consequences, preferences. If he wants to be with white women and he wants to big up light-skinned women, that's on him. But I just find it funny that it's always the brown-skinned and dark-skinned men who have the most issues with brown-skinned and dark-skinned women. I just always find that, you know, comical. You never hear light-skinned dudes bigging up light-skinned women. It's always the dark-skinned dudes who feel the need to put lighter-skinned women on a pedestal. And it just shows, you know, their insecurities, and it just shows the issues that they have within themselves. Now, everybody has a right to a preference. I'm not saying that, you know, you don't have the right to prefer if you're naturally attracted to lighter-skinned people or darker-skinned people. Everyone has a right to a preference, but you don't need to knock anybody else because you have a preference. You don't need to disrespect a whole shade of women because you prefer white women or light-skinned women. And that's my only issue, is when somebody decides to knock everybody else because they prefer this. Anyways, go ahead, leave a comment. Were you offended by what Consequence said the other night on Love and Hip Hop? And what do you think about L'Oreal standing up for women of a darker shade? So let me know what you guys think. All right, deuces.